Hello, everyone, and welcome to Cicle English, the podcast where you learn real, simple English for everyday life. My name is Joy, and I'm very happy you're here with me today. In this episode, we are going to talk about a very common and useful topic: how to talk about your morning routine in English. Your morning routine is the first part of your day, and it's something you can talk about with friends, classmates, teachers, or coworkers. Today, I will teach you simple words, natural sentences, and clear examples so you can describe your morning routine with confidence. Let's begin. First, let's talk about what a morning routine is. Your morning routine is the group of activities you do after you wake up and before you start work, school, or your main daily activities. Now, let's start with waking up. You can say, I wake up at 6 a.m. I usually wake up early. I wake up when my alarm rings. On weekends, I wake up late. You can also say, I get out of bed right away, or I stay in bed for a few minutes. Next, let's talk about basic morning activities. After you wake up, you can say, I brush my teeth, I wash my face, I take a shower, I comb my hair, I get dressed. These are very important daily English phrases. You can use them every day when talking about your routine. Now, let's talk about breakfast. You can say, I eat breakfast at 7 a.m. I usually have tea and bread. I drink coffee in the morning. Sometimes I skip breakfast because I'm in a hurry. You can also describe your food. I eat eggs and toast. I have fruit and yogurt. I prefer a light breakfast. Now, let's talk about preparing for the day. You can say, I prepare my bag. I check my phone. I read my messages. I make a to-do list for the day. I get ready for work. I get ready for school. These sentences help you explain what you do before leaving home. Next, let's talk about leaving the house. You can say, I leave home at 8 a.m. I walk to work. I take the bus to school. I drive to the office. I wait for the taxi. You can also talk about time. It takes me 20 minutes to get to work. It takes about 1 hour to reach school. Now, let's learn how to connect your routine using simple time words. You can use first, then, after that, finally. For example, first, I wake up at 6 a.m. Then, I brush my teeth and wash my face. After that, I eat breakfast with my family. I usually drink tea and eat bread and eggs. Finally, I leave home at 8 a.m. and take the bus to work. This is a perfect, simple example of a full morning routine in English. Now, let's talk about comparing morning routines. You can say, my morning routine is very busy. My morning routine is relaxed. Her morning routine is different from mine. He wakes up earlier than me. I wake up later than my sister. These sentences help you compare your routine with others. Now, let's talk about asking others about their morning routine. You can ask, what time do you wake up in the morning? What do you do in the morning? Do you eat breakfast every day? How do you go to work or school? Do you like mornings? These questions are great for conversation practice. Now, let's practice a short conversation. Joy, what time do you wake up in the morning? Friend, I wake up at 6:30. Joy, what do you do after that? Friend, I brush my teeth, take a shower, and eat breakfast. Joy, how do you go to work? Friend, I take the bus. Joy, do you like your morning routine? Friend, yes, I do. It helps me start my day well. This is a natural and simple conversation you can use in real life. Now, let's talk about good habits in the morning. You can say, I drink water after waking up. I stretch my body. I plan my day. I avoid checking my phone too much. I try to think positively in the morning. These are great habits, and talking about them helps you practice useful English. Next, let's talk about problem mornings. You can say, I woke up late. I missed the bus. I was late for work. I didn't have time for breakfast. The traffic was very bad. This is how you talk about difficult mornings in English. Now, let's talk about a challenge for you. Tonight, prepare a few sentences about your own morning routine. Tomorrow, try to say them in English like this. I wake up at, first I, then I, after that I, finally I. Try to use at least 6 sentences. This will help you improve your speaking fluently. Now, before we finish, let me give you a model routine you can copy and change. I wake up at 5:30 a.m. First, I brush my teeth and wash my face. Then, I take a shower and get dressed. After that, I drink tea and eat breakfast. Sometimes I check my phone for messages. Finally, I leave home at 7 a.m. and walk to work. You can change the times and activities to match your real life. Thank you so much for listening to today's episode on Cicle English. My name is Joy, and I'm very proud of you for practicing your English today. Remember, speaking about your daily life is one of the best ways to become fluent. I'll see you in the next episode. Until then, keep practicing your English every day.